Still unaware of the high radiation, our heroes step out of the TARDIS and into the spooky forest. I mean, look, it's so safe, it's even affecting the picture with its safeness. Ian notices a breeze that moves his hair, but none of the foliage on the trees, or Barbara's hard as nails 60s hairdo. It's a petrified forest, but sadly for them, not one where they're likely to bump into Leslie Howard and Betty Davis. While exploring, Susan finds a delicate stone flower, which Ian crushes into her hand as Barbara screams. There's a metal bug-eyed monster staring at her. Ian and the doctor check it out and find that it's dead. And soon the doctor and Susan are distracted by a new shiny thing, as Ian and Barbara have a heart-to-heart about their situation. Barbara asks Susan if the TARDIS has a way of recording journeys. She says it has, but it needs the correct information input into it first. But her grandfather, honestly, he can work it all, really he can. Ian finds the ultimate shiny thing after leaving the forest, a 60s futuristic city in the distance. The doctor wants to investigate, but Ian insists they go back. That's not the smartest move, is it, Ian? Dangle the ultimate shiny thing in front of the doctor and then tell him he can't go and investigate. It's like taking your kids to a theme park and then going to the nearby nature reserve for a picnic. On the way back to the TARDIS, Susan gets a tap on the shoulder. A spooky forest's already a well-worn cliché in this show. Back in the ship, the doctor asks Barbara to talk to Susan because he can't be doing with all this childish, girly stuff and it needs a woman to talk to her. Meanwhile, he and Ian talk about machinery because that's how men communicate. Barbara has a headache, probably from listening to Susan's waffle for 20 minutes. Honestly, the cliff the character of Susan has gone off after the first episode is astonishing. The doctor decides to show off the food machine, ordering some delicious J62 and L6 for Ian and Barbara, and that's bacon and egg for lay people. The machine dispenses little square meals that alternate in flavour with each bite. Ian complains that his bacon's a bit salty. Also, it seems to smell of mashed fava beans that have been left in the sun. They hear a tapping outside, giving Susan a chance to gloat, and they rush to the scanner to see what's going on their doorstep. Susan, Barbara and Ian insist that they leave immediately. The doctor protests, but then complies. On takeoff, he very subtly removes something from the TARDIS console. Honestly, with sleight of hand like that, he should be a magician. He says it's simply a case of refilling the fluid link with mercury. Of course he doesn't have any of board, that'd be absurd. So they'll just have to go to the city. What terrible luck, and it's not suspicious at all. As they leave the TARDIS, they find a small metal box outside. Ian investigates using all of the tools in his scientific arsenal and pokes it with a stick. Luckily, it doesn't explode in his face. He opens it and sees it contained glass vials, probably shots of some kind. They leave the box in the TARDIS so they can get drunk later on. Arriving at the city, Barbara explores through the Pac-Man door. Ian goes through the moon door.
You may see me mooning in the moonlight, trying very hard to get my mooning right. Mooning even though my face I'm shy to show. I'm mooning, mooning my way into your life. You may see me out your window on a cold and frosty tonight. No more birthday slides for me to wait to get a time. But I won't be mooning long because a man can get frostbite from mooning. I'm mooning back into your life. Do you remember? Yeah, the two of us. Mooning from the lights until the door never was. Sometimes I wonder just how many accidents we caused. Mooning, just mooning into your life.
While the Doctor and Susan go through the pie chart door, Barbara goes deeper into the city, breaking the fourth wall and creating a cool silhouette as she goes. She's eventually trapped in a lift that takes her down further until... What the hell is that?